Bot. We heard a lot of the bot just now about the AI. AI is how the bigger context with a lot of learnings inside put into knowledge base. So before we talk about bot, just now we've mentioned, Chatbot. If we Google propertyportalwatch.com, a lot of stories are basically centering around chatbot, not yet a physical bot. But just now we see different style, different designs of the new physical bot. But would there be a hybrid? Yes, very likely, because we've been using the chatbot like the test or calls like human talk to understand the knowledge of our consumers. And before we talk about the bot, before we begin, yesterday Simon said, try address more about the use of new technology in operations, in innovative of the business, in innovating our ecosystems that helps everyone, and get closer to the transactions and do some disruptions in the future, today, tomorrow. And this is one of the company, Place in San Francisco, has been using the bot, guiding the vendors around the house to do the transaction on renting. And it is a Silicon Valley company using the AI and the bot. And the bot is actually a screen with a real person inside. So this is a business application of innovation. A little bit about me. Why there are so many two, I'm not starting at two, but two industries, cross-media industries as well as real estate. And real estate is just about 5 years approximately, 20 years experience in Greater China and to the world. When we say Greater China to the world, we all know there are a lot of opportunities of cross-border. And Juwai is a company that focuses on cross-border listing, world listing to the Chinese world. Chinese world means the world, not just Chinese in mainland, Chinese in the world, and also Chinese buying into the world. So our vision, as a 6 years old baby, welcome to China. The board is not just the board we defined today. So in the morning time, we have a lot of sections talking about machines, chatbot, robot. But the board is actually beyond and outside of just BOTS. And I'll go on to define what is it and how does it important and matter our decision making. And we believe with that, it is a total vision building us the sustainability and scalability. And the reason why, because as a platform, we embrace everyone, not replacing any functions. And these stakeholders are all important in our ecosystem. So Juwai with a vision to empower all the Chinese people to be global residents and property investors. And we've been doing all the listing around the world with 90 countries, 2.8 million listings, with 2.2 million visits per day. And doing that is not just a listing portal. We have a call center. And that call center do have some bot function, like the chat bot. We've been using WeChat, live chat, also IVRS, to answer questions from consumer side and relate that to the agents, to the developers. Having said that, from our consumer support to China desk means direct translations of line by lines of all these inquiries, enabling the world to surface Chinese to the emotions and cultural part. But does translation really help? Or after we sent a list, were it being taken care very carefully with time zone issue? Normally the list would not be opened more than a day. And it's hard to expect our agents not really understanding the substance than the response. So I got questions like, I was in a visit in a client in US, and they said, oh, seems the email is sent with an address which looked like a scam. Oh, then I said, could you describe to me what is that? And the agent said, something like QQ and with a series of number. So do you think this is an address which is a scam in China, really? So Chinese people used to use their mobile number and at QQ.com as their email address. And QQ.com is a Tencent affiliate solution for all the instant chat, just like the WhatsApp today. So then with these culture differences, even though we translate line by line, it doesn't help. And next challenge, as a cross-border listing portal, in business case using the bot. So then we said, do the agents speak Mandarin or they can understand Mandarin? And a lot of our customers, even today, is asking, do they speak Chinese? Sorry, not Chinese. Do they speak simplified Chinese or traditional Chinese? So this is another cultural barriers. In addition to time zone, in addition to those language. So simplified Chinese is written, and traditional Chinese is written as well. It's not for spoken. Mandarin, Cantonese is for spoken.